Civilization by Samir Jaffa
and Gisela Mora.
Woo!
Introduction. Today we are going to talk about the Minoan civilization, how they were discovered, the history, and how they lived. The Minoans were one of the earliest civilizations that developed in Greece. The Minoans lived on the Greek islands and built a huge palace on the island of Crete. The Minoan civilization around 3000 BC on the Greek island of Crete and were known as a Bronze Age culture, with crafts, achievements, and technologies never before heard of. Their culture spread throughout the world, and they are now known as perhaps the world's first greatest innovators, creating at a rate unlike any society I've ever known. Now on to their achievements.
The three major achievements of the Minoan civilization: great cities and palaces. The Minoans built grand palaces and other structures that were sophisticated for their time and featured complex designs like columns and open courtyards. The palaces were often decorated with frescoes and intricate carvings that depicted daily life, religion, and mythological stories. Its extended trade. The Minoans were people that established a powerful trade exchange that extended across the Aegean and Mediterranean seas. They used their ships to transport goods such as pottery, textiles, and metals from Crete to other parts of the ancient world. They also imported exotic goods such as ivory, gold, spices, and were known for their skilled craftsmanship. The use of writing. The Minoans were accomplished artists and produced a wide variety of art forms, including pottery, metalwork, and sculptures, while having a unique artistic style that featured vivid colors, abstract designs, and naturalistic drawings of animals and plants. Their culture also included a unique religion, writing system, and language which is still undeciphered today.
Interesting facts about the Minoans. The Minoans weren't discovered until archaeologist Arthur Evans uncovered the city of Knossos in the early 1900s. They were named the Minoans after a legendary Greek king, Minos. An important symbol to the Minoan architectural achievement would be the Palace of Knossos, where King Minos was a ruler. The Minoans were skilled leaders, and their influence extended throughout the Aegean and beyond. The Minoan civilization had a heavy influence on the Mycenaean civilization at the time. It is believed that many of the cultural practices and religious beliefs were adopted by the later Greeks.
What did the Minoans invent? Writing. The Minoans created one of the first writing systems in Europe called Linear A. Art. The Minoans were skilled artists and created beautiful pottery, frescoes, and sculptures that depicted daily life, religious scenes, and nature. Architecture. The Minoans built impressive palaces, temples, and houses with advanced drainage and plumbing systems. Navigation. The Minoans were Safari people who traveled extensively around the Mediterranean. They developed advanced navigational techniques and built ships that could carry large cargoes over long distances. Trade. The Minoans were important traders, and their goods were exported to other parts of the Mediterranean. Religion. The Minoans had a complex religion that included many gods and goddesses. They built temples and performed religious rituals, many of which involved animal sacrifice.
What was the Minoan civilization most known for? Not only were they the best olive farmers, but they were also fine craftsmen, good at making pieces of jewelry, pottery, seals, and figurines. Between 2000 and 1400 BC, the Minoans developed a palace-centered civilization. They were known for their advanced culture, architecture, as well as their impressive palaces, which were architectural beauty of their time. The most well-known of these palaces is the Palace of Knossos, which was the center of Minoan civilization. Additionally, the Minoans were known for their writing system, which has yet to be fully deciphered, known as Linear A. It is believed to have been used for record-keeping and administrative purposes.
Who was the archaeologist that discovered Minoans? Arthur Evans discovered the Minoans. He discovered them in the 1900s during an excavation of Knossos, an ancient Minoan palace. He believed that he had uncovered the remains of the ancient city of Knossos, which was believed to be the center of the Minoan civilization. He spent many years excavating and reconstructing the site, and his work helped to bring the Minoan civilization to the attention of the wider world.
What destroyed the Minoan civilization? What destroyed the Minoan was due to one of the greatest volcanic eruptions in European history, which took place around 1500 BC. The volcano Thera erupted and wiped out Minoan settlements in Archeologist. Then a tsunami caused by the volcano devastated Crete's coast. This caused significant damage and prevented trade from continuing, which led to an economic drop. After this, they were vulnerable to attack, and the Mycenaean people took over to rule. The Mycenaean took over the islands of the Minoans and adopted much of the Minoan culture afterwards.
Conclusion. The Minoan civilization was an ancient civilization that succeeded on the island of Crete from 300 BCE to 1450 BCE. They were known for their architecture, art, religion, and sophisticated culture, which influenced many later civilizations. They were seen as a peaceful community, which influenced later civilizations and kept cultural traditions ongoing. They also had various achievements and inventions which were passed on and used to this day. Just like their stories and histories, this was their lives and this was how they lived.